da Marvin 7 Minuten. Rabbi Omer.
When did he call?
Rabbi Omer, Ezehu Derech Yishara, Shir Yovel Adam, which is the, which is the proper path a person should choose for himself. Kol she's a personally seho, that it's a credit. If he conducts himself in this fashion, it's a credit for himself. If it's a person in Adam, and it earns him esteem in the eyes of human beings. Very important, because nowadays you pay advice to a lawyer, you pay him $100 and $200 an hour, and here we have it, a Mishnah, Koshit Tiferes Leisel, if it earns him a credit, way he conducts himself, earns himself a credit, and earns him a credit in his esteem in the eyes of fellow man. We had there a number of years ago the comparison between how you have to look at another human being, you have to look at yourself. The Chofetz Chaim Zechron Bracha, there came to him one time a man. They were building the Rav in the yeshiva, so a gentleman came with a very generous contribution, several thousand zlotis or whatever the currency of that time was. So the Chofetz Chaim hesitated, then he added some more, and the Chofetz Chaim continued to hesitate until finally he gave him such a handsome sum that the Chofetz Chaim broke out into tears. So he says, why are you crying? He said, every day do you receive that kind of a contribution? That kind of a... So he says, no. He says, I know that you, unfortunately, at this stage, he says, you're still not a Shomer Shabbos. And a man with such a golden hand and such a golden heart, though he'll come before when he leaves this world, unfortunately, it's going to burn the Gehenna. He said, that's why he's crying. From these words of the Chofetz Chaim, he's so touched and moved this human being. He said, you care so much for a fellow Jew that you cry for him? He said, it was so moved, it turned his life around, and he became an observant Ayid that the Shabbos became to him very sacred. We had in our community, we had those that became, in life, they turned around, and they became Bali Tshuva, became observant. They used to come down in our Besmedrish, and one Erev Shabbos, two of them come to me, and with such a glee on their face, they said they'll pay whatever it costs. He said they'll pay to make a sign. We should put on the entrance to our driveway, Shomer Shabbos only. So I said, my goodness gracious. I said, they'll pay for it. I said, show me one Besmedrish, one synagogue in America, Williamsburg, Flatbush, Borough Park, Detroit, Florida, wherever you are, Miami, show me one shul that has something like that, has that kind of a sign, Shomer Shabbos only. My goodness gracious. So, the Chofetz Chaim was Tiferes Leisel, and Tiferes Lemin Adam. A person comes again to Azazar, a Yid should see a sign, Shomer Shabbos only. Yival Geshir, what's it going to do to him? Rabbi Miller said that on this world, he says, we were put here not to try to protect the world. Don't destroy it. The world the Rabbi Shalom gave us, just don't destroy it. He told a story. He said there was a Yid that came into his Besmedrish, Rabbi Miller's Besmedrish. So somebody goes over to him and says to him, you won't feel comfortable here. They might demand too much from you. Go better to Shtibel somewhere. There, you'll fit in maybe better. So he said they took and they destroyed the man's life. He said here somebody would take an interest in him. Here there were shiurim. Here there would be hadrache. Here there would be guidance. So what did they do to the man? The first he said, "Vers Menad." The Bavitch Rebbe, Chaim Baruch Menachem Mendel, said over a beautiful, very, very beautiful taich in the same Mishnah. It says, "Shtaka b'shloisha dvarim ve'nato bali de'avera." Person, if he has in front of him consistently three things, this will be a deterrent from going off the path of Torah mitzvahs. One of it is da l'mayla mimcha. You should, the server's interpretation, is da l'mayla mimcha. You should have in mind what's above. You know, so that you'll take that into consideration in all of your conduct. Like you tell the story with Balagola was driving along, and all of a sudden he had passengers, and he noticed a nice bundle of hay by the side of the road, near the road. So he stopped, and he grabbed the bundle of hay, and he put it onto the wagon, and he started to drive off. So when the passenger said to him, Balagola, Pirkei, he said, Mizet, they see. So he starts to whip the horse with all his might that he should put on distance between where he took the hay and continue on. He keeps on whipping the horse. The horse is a distance away, and he stops and he says to him, "You know, I don't see anybody. Who was? Where's that?" He said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Rabbi Shlem Zet." That's the first shot down the Madim Chaf. But Nachmel Babishev Surah from the Mizrich Magid, a very beautiful shot. He said, that Mala, whatever happens up on high, Mimcho, it came from you. Your actions, what you do, your maisim has such an effect, it reaches way up on high. The way a person conducts himself here, so that has the effect of what takes place up on high. Chadani b'lakai she'oimer, Rosh HaKadosh Baruch Hu Zakesh es Yisrael, the Tikol Chivlan Per Mitzvah.